rocking and rolling, our ship on the sea, rocking and rolling, with you and with me. Wind, come and blow us gently along. Mermaids, come guide us and sing us this song. Still waters run deep. Mother of the fairy tale, take me by your silver hand, sail me in your silver boat, sail me silently afloat. Mother of the fairy tale, take me to your shining land. Once upon a time, there was a farmer and his wife. They lived in the countryside with their son, George. George was a good lad and hard-working. He helped his parents as they gathered eggs, fed the chickens, milked the cow, and cared for the cat and the dog. They planted crops and tended them until harvest time. They sang as they worked, for they knew when the cool winds came and the leaves turned red and gold, their harvest would be rich and plentiful. We turn the earth, we sow the seeds, and watch the sprouting plants grow tall and strong in golden sun and ripe at harvest time. One crisp autumn night, as they slept and dreamed, a dragon entered the kingdom. In the morning, when they awoke, they found their carefully tended fields had been trampled and burned, and all their work undone. They were greatly troubled, so the farmer and his wife sent their son George to ask for the help of the king. When George arrived at the castle, he was brought before the king and the queen. and their lovely daughter. The princess. "Dear King," said George, "the dragon brings distress and dread. He wrecks our fields, destroys our bread. Oh, help us against his evil might. Your knights send forth to guard and fight." Well, the king was a kind and just ruler. He called his strongest and bravest knights. "Approach, ye knights, attend my word. Yourselves with sword and shield now gird. Conquer the dragon, fiery and rude. Protect our farmers and our food." Well, the knights were brave and strong. But alas, they were no match for the dragon, who soon overtook them and drove them back to the castle. The dragon approached the castle and called, "All have seen with dreadful fright. No one can withstand my might. Give me the king's daughter to take, or town and barn and bridge I'll break." The king and queen said, "No, never." But the princess did not want to see the kingdom trampled. So she said calmly, "I will go to protect the land." And she walked courageously out of the castle and went with the dragon to his cave. All the kingdom was filled with sadness at the loss of the princess. Now George, the farmer's son, would have gladly risked his life to save the princess and the kingdom, but he did not feel strong enough to meet the dragon. So that night, before he went to sleep, he asked in his prayers for help. During the night, the archangel Michael, gleaming golden like the sun, came to him and said, "Now listen, George, to what I say. The dragon you shall fight today. I know your heart is brave and true, courageous, strong in all you do. I will be standing by your side when you against the dragon ride. I give to you this cape of light to bring you courage, strength, and might. Seek the sword you will need from gnomes of old, who will lead you to an ancient cave below, where a sword of gold doth glow. When George awoke, he went to the castle to ask the king and queen for their blessing. They gave him their blessing and told him where he could seek the cave. George went to the cave. He found where the gnomes lived, and he asked them for their help. "Dear gnomes," said George, "the dragon brings distress and dread. Can you help me?" The gnomes asked George 3 questions. "Are you good?" "Yes," said George. "Are you true?" "Yes," said George. "Are you noble?" "Oh, yes," said George. The gnomes brought forth a sword that was forged from the iron of the stars and the iron of the earth. It was glowing when they gave it to him. George took the sword to the dragon's cave. The dragon appeared with flashing eyes and fiery breath. For a moment, George trembled. But then, the archangel Michael, gleaming golden like the sun, came to him, and together with their golden swords, they conquered the dragon. The princess was freed, and all the kingdom came out rejoicing and singing. Come, approach the golden door. Michael he stands before, with his golden sword in hand. He journeys round to every land. Come, approach the golden door. Michael he stands before, with his golden sword in hand. He journeys round to every land. And if things have not changed, they are still the same today. Sail away, silver boat, on the waters gently float, through the magic moonlit veil. Without an oar, we round that shines on the boat that is homeward bound. Back to the harbor, safe and sound, from its sail on the silvery sea.